How much do we truly understand about the military prowess of Iran, a nation often shrouded in mystery and controversy? These are questions that often stir the minds of political analysts around the globe. Iran's military strength is a complex tapestry of various sectors, each with its unique characteristics and capabilities. At the core we find the Islamic Republic of Iran Army, the Revolutionary Guard Corps and the Law Enforcement Force. But the web of Iran's military might extend even further, reaching into the ranks of its proxies, notably Hezbollah and the Houthis. Each of these entities plays a significant role in shaping Iran's military landscape. However, a veil of secrecy and ambiguity often obscures our understanding of their true capabilities. Let's delve into the intricacies of this formidable force and examine its strengths and weaknesses. The Iranian armed forces, the largest in the Middle East, are a force to reckon with, boasting over 610,000 active duty personnel and 350,000 reserves. Let's delve into the various facets of Iran's military might. The backbone of Iran's military is its army and the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. The latter, a unique entity, is not just a military force, but also a powerful political and economic player in Iran. Its influence extends far beyond the battlefield, shaping Iran's domestic and foreign policies. Iran's military prowess isn't limited to manpower alone. One of the key strengths of Iran's military is its robust domestic rearmament program. Yes, Iran manufactures most of its own military hardware. This self-sufficiency extends from small arms and ammunition to tanks, armored personnel carriers, and even submarines and warships. The country's rearmament program has ensured that it remains a formidable force in the region, despite international sanctions and limited access to foreign-made armaments. Moving on to the skies, Iran's air force, whilst not as modern as some of its regional counterparts, is still a force to be reckoned with. Their fleet includes a mix of domestically produced aircraft and older but well-maintained foreign models. The country also has an active drone program, which has become a cause for concern, particularly given its proliferation among Iranian allied forces in the Middle East. Iran's navy, on the other hand, is more focused on asymmetric warfare, utilizing a large fleet of small, fast boats to swarm and overwhelm larger enemy vessels. This strategy, combined with Iran's strategic location along the vital Strait of Hormuz, makes its navy a significant regional power. Lastly, let's not forget Iran's missile force, a contentious but crucial aspect of its military capabilities. Iran has invested heavily in its ballistic and cruise missile program, giving it a long-range strike capability. While Iran claims these missiles are intended for surgical strikes and not nuclear payloads, their existence certainly adds another dimension to the country's military strength. Iran's military capabilities extend far beyond mere numbers, thanks to its comprehensive domestic rearmament program. This program, coupled with a doctrine of no first strike and a relatively low military budget compared to other Persian Gulf countries, ensures that Iran remains a significant player on the regional stage. To truly understand Iran's military prowess, it's important to compare it with other Middle Eastern nations. Let's start with the military budget. Iran's military budget is relatively low compared to other Persian Gulf countries. Despite this, Iran's armed forces stand as one of the largest in the Middle East, with approximately 610,000 active duty personnel and 350,000 reserve personnel. Compared to its neighbors, Iran has invested heavily in a robust domestic rearmament program, producing a significant portion of its own military hardware. This commitment to self-reliance underscores Iran's determination to maintain its military capabilities, even in the face of international sanctions and limited access to foreign-made armaments. Now let's talk about hardware. Iran's military arsenal is diverse and expansive. It includes a ballistic and cruise missile program, which gives Iran a long-range strike capability that few other nations in the region possess. Iran's missile program has drawn international attention and controversy, with the country maintaining that it is intended for surgical strikes and not for nuclear payloads. Moreover, Iran's armed forces comprise the Islamic Republic of Iran Army, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, and the Law Enforcement Force, all under the command of the General Staff of the Iranian Armed Forces. The Supreme Leader serves as the Commander-in-Chief, centralizing military power and decision-making. Finally, it's noteworthy that Iran has a doctrine of no first strike. This policy sets Iran apart from many of its regional counterparts and demonstrates a defensive posture, despite its extensive military capabilities. Iran's military prowess, despite its lower budget, stands as a formidable presence in the Middle East. A key component of Iran's military might is its extensive missile program. This program is a pillar of Iran's defense strategy, serving as a deterrent and a potential offensive tool. Iran's missile arsenal is one of the largest in the Middle East, comprising a broad mix of short-range, medium-range, and long-range missiles. These missiles are capable of reaching targets as far as 2,000 kilometers away, a radius that covers a significant part of the region, including Israel and parts of Eastern Europe. The crux of Iran's missile program lies in its claimed capabilities. Iran asserts that these missiles are designed for precision strikes, targeted at specific military installations to minimize civilian casualties. This precision is achieved through advanced guidance systems, which have been steadily improved over the years. However, the missile program has attracted international controversy. Many nations, particularly in the West, express concern that Iran's missiles could potentially carry nuclear payloads. This apprehension is compounded by Iran's refusal to limit its missile development, arguing that it is for self-defense and regional deterrence. Moreover, Iran's domestic production of missiles has raised eyebrows. The country is largely self-sufficient in missile production, a feat achieved through a robust domestic rearmament program. This self-reliance means that Iran is not dependent on foreign suppliers, giving it a level of autonomy that is rare in the region. Despite these controversies, there is no denying the strategic value of Iran's missile program. It offers Iran a significant level of deterrence, making any potential aggressor think twice before initiating conflict. Furthermore, it provides Iran with a long-range strike capability, allowing it to respond to threats far beyond its borders. In conclusion, Iran's missile program, contentious as it may be, significantly bolsters its military capabilities. It serves as a deterrent, an offensive tool, and a symbol of Iran's technological prowess. As the international community continues to grapple with the implications of this program, one thing is certain: it is a crucial factor in understanding Iran's military strength. Iran's military strength extends beyond its borders through its proxy forces and its prowess in the digital battlefield. Often the true measure of a military's power isn't just its tanks or missiles, but its ability to influence events far from home. In the case of Iran, this influence is often exerted through proxy forces. Two notable examples are Hezbollah in Lebanon and the Houthi rebels in Yemen. These groups, supported by Iran, extend its strategic reach, allowing it to project power and influence across the region. This strategy is not without controversy, of course, as it often inflames regional tensions and has implications for international peace and security. But Iran's military reach doesn't stop at proxy forces. It has also shown prowess in the realm of cyber warfare. In the digital age, cyber warfare has become a new front line in global conflict. Countries can now infiltrate and disrupt their enemies' infrastructures without firing a single bullet. Iran has been at the forefront of this new battlefield, with reports of increased cyber warfare capability over the years. The US and China, two global superpowers, have accused Iran of cyber attacks. These allegations, if true, demonstrate Iran's ability to challenge even the most technologically advanced nations. It's a reminder that in the modern world, military strength isn't just about physical forces, but also about the ability to disrupt and destabilize through digital means. But it's essential to remember that in cyber warfare, as in all warfare, there are two sides to every story. While the West accuses Iran of cyber attacks, Iran itself has been a victim of significant cyber attacks. The most famous of these was the Stuxnet worm, widely believed to have been developed by the US and Israel, which targeted Iran's nuclear facilities. From physical battlefields to digital ones, Iran's military reach is far and wide. So, what does this all mean for the global perspective on Iran's military? From our exploration, it's evident that Iran's military capabilities present a multifaceted picture, one that's continually evolving and responding to both internal and external pressures. We've seen how Iran, despite international sanctions and restrictions, has managed to develop a robust domestic rearmament program, becoming the largest military force in the Middle East. Their missile program, while contentious, showcases their commitment to long-range strike capability. The balance of analyses, Western and pro-Iranian, highlights the complexity in understanding Iran's military might. The nation's proxy forces and cyber warfare capabilities further add to this complexity, demonstrating a different kind of warfare that extends beyond traditional borders. Iran's military budget, while lower compared to other Persian Gulf countries, is invested strategically to maintain its defense and strike capabilities. The forthcoming inclusion of women in the military, a first since the White Revolution, is another significant development that will impact the future trajectory of Iran's armed forces. As we continue to observe Iran's military evolution, one thing is clear. The nation's military capabilities, both known and unknown, are a complex puzzle in the geopolitics of the Middle East.